In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. We are a podcast about everything and anything. And basically, you're the fly on the fucking wall and you're just listening to good conversation with a bunch of gooky ass people.
Oh, no.
Yo,
oh, no.
What this is like the first introduction to people listening to this podcast. Like, what am I listening to? Who is this? They don't see faces because it's an audio podcast. Well, I'm a gook, so just to let you know, it's okay. And he's half gook.
I'm half gooky.
He's a half gookie.
I'm 100%.
She's 100%.
Gooky crisp.
She's a gook.
Oh, gosh.
You didn't know what the fuck you walked into today, did you, huh? You thought this was a Megan Batoon podcast, huh?
Listen.
Foolish child.
Are you the Genius Brain?
Everybody's a genius brain. You know how we came up with Genius Brain?
No, I don't.
Genius Brain is just sarcasm. It's basically calling somebody stupid.
Oh,
So, that's
then
why.
yes, I am a Genius Brain.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a very special guest today. Her name is Amanda Suk. Now, you may have seen her from dancing to acting to everything else and all of the above.
Author.
Oh, she's a children's book fucking author, dude.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy.
Thank you, Khalif.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Other than that, she's trash, bro. No, I'm kidding.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pew you.
Well, hello,
I mean,
Amanda.
I didn't shower today, so yeah, pretty much.
That's why your hair looks so nice.
I think that's why. I think girls can do that though. Girls can go like a couple days without showering, and you guys are okay.
Yeah.
But guys
Just get
are a
some
little
baby powder.
iffy.
Like
You
some
guys
baby
actually
powder.
do smell.
Oh, I wish I did. I don't smell that.
Wait, you say we smell?
Yeah, dude.
I smell great. I don't know what
Like
you're
in
talking about.
general or right now?
Oh, no, like in general.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah,
didn't
guys
shower for a
fucking
day.
smell. Like
Yeah.
if you walk into a guy's bedroom, it has a distinct
Yes.
male
Musk.
fucking smell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I don't know why girls just don't emit that scent. Like usually your guys' room smells super fucking nice.
Yeah. Like even if I didn't clean for 5 days, it still would probably smell better than a guy's room.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
100%.
But I think you guys like bask in your gassy scents. Like you guys don't care.
Oh, I do care.
Do you like? Do
I
you-
have scented candles everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Specifically
that's
because
why.
of that.
Well, yeah, you don't particularly smell, but I have smelled your farts before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have I farted in front of you before?
Yes, you have.
Maybe, huh? That's tight, dude. It was so bad that she remembers it, but I don't. She fucking grew a couple of gray hairs from it and shit.
That's how close we are.
Yeah. So how have you been?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a while,
I
huh?
haven't seen you in a fucking long time, dude.
How long has it been? The last time I saw you, we got food and I ate Spam for the first time in ages with you. Is what happened. I'm, like I said earlier, good and okay.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean good and okay? I feel every time I talk to you, you have like some kind of like emotional turmoil. I think that's a life of
I'm an artist.
As of an artist, there's always something going. What the fuck is going on with you?
It's because I'm constantly in tune with my emotions. So if I'm real with myself, then I know and I'm reflective of what's really going on, as opposed to just being like, oh yeah, everything's like gravy.
Okay, what
You know
the
what I mean?
fuck does that mean, you psychopath? So
I heard a lot of stuff.
yeah. So what's going
What
on in
did
your
I
head?
walk
What's going
into?
on?
What's going
happening?
on? Well, I really didn't know what I was walking into, so I was not prepared for this. You told me that there was going to be a topic.
No, I didn't. There's never topics here.
What?
This is true.
We just talk. We just chop it up. I just want to see what's going on in your life. But you came in today saying that you were good, and then you went from I'm great, I'm okay. Life
I didn't
is-
say great. I said good.
I'm good. No, I'm okay. So what's going on?
Oh, no. I mean, just today I was a little down on myself.
About what?
I think I feel a little like things aren't moving at the pace that I would like them to move, but that happens every other day.
In terms
that
of
feeling.
what? Like career? Like,
Career, life, love, finances, adult
so you're
teen.
just everybody in LA.
Yes.
That's everybody
Every
in LA.
artist in LA, for sure. No, but otherwise I'm good because I think 2019 in general has been a much more healthier year for me.
How so?
Whereas last year I was kind of stuck in a lot of I was struggling with a lot of depression and anxiety. And I think this year it's been healthier in the sense that I've been practicing more disciplined habits.
Like what?
Well, I read this book called Miracle Morning, and it challenges you to wake up 2 hours earlier than you normally wake up. So in the book, the author talks about how he wakes up every day at 5 a.m. And then he has like a hour like habitual practice he does before he even gets ready to go out for the day. So he spends his first hour in like writing and meditation and exercise and a bunch of other stuff. And so I did that for 30 days, and I did 6 a.m. for 30 days. And that actually really, really helped. And it was even during a super busy month for me, but I stuck to it with some like give and take. Because
Do you still do that now?
I don't wake up at 6 a.m. anymore, but I still, the first hour of my day, I still practice like reading, meditating, writing, and journaling, and all that before I go out for the day.
Honestly, you're pretty disciplined for somebody who's like in like terms of arts, because I can't fucking do that. Like I've told myself that I was going to learn how to speak Japanese. It's been 30 years. Like I haven't done it. Like I get distracted. I have ADD when it comes to learning new things. Like I get really, really excited about learning new things, and then I'll work on it hardcore for like 2 weeks, and then my brain jumps to like the next thing. Like I told myself I was going to learn ASL, and I worked ASL?
on sign language, American Sign Language.
Why?
That's
so random.
I wanted to learn. And I felt like I've always wanted to learn another language. But I felt like ASL might be easier for me because it'd kind of be like choreography. So like dancing, I thought
because that's so random. Because I was like, oh, do you know somebody who's?
There are a couple people at my church that are deaf, and I just wanted to be able to communicate with them without having to use an interpreter. Which obviously I'm still going to use the interpreter because I'm not fluent. But I wanted to at least show them that like someone is making an effort to like make them feel included in the community, I guess. But then I also just thought it'd be really cool to just know another language. And then I got distracted, and then I got into like fighting techniques. So I hit up a friend of mine, you know Yoshi, right?
Yeah.
Yoshi Starstow.
I bring him in. We train with him. We do Muay Thai together.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so him and Brandon Suhu, they both helped me out because I wanted to get better with bow staff fighting. And so they were training me for a couple of weeks. That was for a job, but then I got actually into it. So now I'm actually going to try to meet up with Yoshi on Thursday, and I'm going to try to continue fight training, but hopefully I can stick to it as opposed to burn out like after a month and then move on to the next thing.
I feel like, you seem to be somebody that's just like, are you somebody who just like continually gets into like random hobbies all the time?
Yeah, I think because I like learning new things, but then I just suck at sticking to it.
I think that's a lot of people though. But I think I like that though. I like getting into random things. And even if I drop it, it doesn't really matter because it's just more about the experience at the end of the day. I mean, just because like life is short, dude. I mean, you're not going to know what you dislike unless you try it first.
True. Yeah. Right? So I just have like basic knowledge in a lot of random things as opposed to being like really bomb at one thing.
I mean, for you, I mean, the last time I talked to you, we ate at Cossin Pie. Right?
That's where I had the Spam.
That's where you had the Spam.
Yeah.
That's right.
I hadn't had Spam in like 6 years, and then that happened, and I was like, dang it, I do like Spam.
What do you got against Spam?
Just health.
What, bitch? The fuck? She's saying some blasphemy shit right now, bro.
I'm trying to be healthy.
Trying to get socked.
That place was. Did you like it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. I missed it.
I trust David So when it comes to food.
I hope so. That's my shit. I love that place, man.
So...
Yo, because like, I mean, the last time I talked to you, you were kind of going through a lot of emotional shit, like in terms of like where you expected yourself to be and where you wanted to be in life, and like how have you been managing that?
Gosh, that was last year. I think when I met up with you, I was
going through some shit.
Yeah, I was definitely in the thick of my depression, and like I think I kind of really started to hit the thick of it, the rock bottom of it, towards the end of 2018. And I don't know what I went on a hike with a friend, and she's the one that gave me this book, the Miracle Morning book. And I think that just kind of snapped me out of it because I just needed something to focus on, I guess, in terms of what is in my control, because acting stuff, that's like once you do the work and go in and audition, everything else after that is so out of your hands. Right. So like that would get really frustrating that like I constantly felt like I couldn't do more after a certain point. You know what I mean? Because like you do what you do and then you just have to move on to the next thing. Yeah, because that's like the hard part. I think like when you talk about stuff where you say, I wish, when you get down on yourself and you kind of wish that you were somewhere that you expected yourself to be at a certain timeline, and those things just never work out.
Like you just can't, because you could always tell yourself that you want something to happen right then and right now, but sometimes fate just says fuck you, and you just got to deal with it.
Absolutely.
That's just fucking life.
I thought I was at 18, I thought I was gonna be like some kind of like music star. I don't know why music, because I just auditioned for something and I fell flat on my face. Like that was the most nervous I've ever been, because I had my sheet music in front of me and you could literally see my hand shaking. You know that embarrassing feeling of like, and if you're watching someone and you see them that nervous and you see them shaking, it's like, oh, your heart breaks for them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have my song memorized though, so I was looking down at the sheet music. So I'm looking at the paper shaking. I'm like, oh no, I'm that girl right now, and it was just making it worse.
Wait, what was this for?
Well, I guess I could talk about it now because it's been announced. But I auditioned for ABC's doing a live musical of The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
In addition to, it's separate from the live action movie that Disney's making.
Oh.
I think it's because it's supposed to be celebrating the anniversary. I think it's like maybe 30 years? No, that's too long. I forget how many years.
Yeah.
Whatever year anniversary of The Little Mermaid.
Who are you auditioning for?
One of Ariel's sisters.
Oh.
And we had to sing the Daughters of Triton song. Don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't remember shit about
it was really embarrassing. And I knew someone that was on the casting side. And as soon as I saw her when I walked in, I was like, shit, I hate auditioning in front of people I know, because then you really can't do it and then leave and not think about like, oh, what did that person think
the
of me?
person that was
on the who's
casting.
part of casting, yeah.
Oh,
and so that
shit.
just like made me more nervous, because if it's people you don't know, then it's like whatever, because I'm never gonna see them again. But then this person, I'm like, oh,
so how did you fall flat on your face?
I was so nervous. I was shaking and I couldn't breathe, and I was just like, I haven't. It's like musical theaters.
I literally
thought she fell on her face.
No, I did, because I wasn't dancing. I was just standing there.
I was picturing the most funniest thing. This bitch said, "Oh shit!" Boom, and I was like, "Oh god, I don't think you're gonna get it, dude."
I was just like I'm great at singing in my shower.
Everybody's
I know, but then we were mic'd up, and I was like, oh no, now I also have to listen to myself.
Did you have to sing it? It was just you though, right?
Yeah. Well, me, and then like everyone there's an accompanist. There's the girl that I knew.
It was like the whole shebang.
Yeah, and it was rough. And I'm
like, were you off key? Were you flat? What was going on?
All of the above. I was probably all of those things. I think I hit one note out of
what
the
happened?
500.
You just had.
I was just nervous. I don't know. I just haven't been that nervous. It was a humbling experience, because I have not been that nervous in so long, where I was shaking nervous. Like I get.
You've been auditioning for quite a minute, so I kind of find that shocking.
I mean, acting auditions is so different. I think there's something so vulnerable about singing. Like singing. There's something so much more vulnerable about singing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just think just because you're so like you're such a veteran in the game, I thought you would just.
Oh, I don't know about veteran, but
how long have you been acting for?
5 years, but like auditioning for almost 3.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good, man. I feel like with auditioning, you eventually just get scabbed the fuck over, man.
Yeah.
You just stop caring at a certain point. You just walk in. It's like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, what fucking ever, dude?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, with acting auditions, for sure. I'm just telling you, singing, that was so scary. That was so. I don't know how you guys do it.
You get to redo your audition right now.
Yeah. Do you want to lose followers?
You are Poseidon, and I am Sebastian.
Poseidon.
Yo, fucking Sebastian is a crab and not a lobster.
Did I know this? I think I knew this.
No. Yeah, I knew it was a crab.
He's a crab.
Yeah, I knew that.
Did you know that in this?
No. Are you revealing who it is?
Well, they already announced it.
I know.
Oh, does he not? Oh, he doesn't know.
Wow.
So in this ABC live musical, Ursula is Queen Latifah and Sebastian is Shaggy.
What? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
He's alive.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how they got him for that, because he fell off the face of the earth for 30 years, and then whoever was like, yeah, Shaggy would make a great Sebastian.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
You would have been a part of that cast. Dang, this is going to be a multicultural fucking Little Mermaid.
It is. The girl who got cast for Little Mermaid is the Moana chick.
How do you say her name?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You don't know how to say her name?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
They because there was that whole controversy with the whole the what's her name? I actually don't know.
Haley.
Where's she from? She's pretty well known, right? Because people know who she is.
YouTube. Her and her sister.
They started off YouTube?
Yeah, they they had a cover on YouTube that I believe somehow made it to the hands of Beyonce, and then like Beyonce shouted them out. I don't know. They just like blew up and went viral, and then they had like a really successful YouTube musician career. And then like they even sang at the Grammys last year, I think.
What?
Yeah, they got invited to sing at the Grammys last year.
Killed it, huh?
Yeah. And now this girl is, well, one of the sisters, which I always wonder, like when it's like a duo like that, like does your sister feel jaded a little
for
bit?
sure, dude.
You know what I mean?
Like, let me tell you something, man. If I had a brother and then we were the singing duo and then he went off to be fucking, I don't know, Shang-Chi the musical. Yeah, I'll tell you this right now, bro. I'd be like, wow, this motherfucker, dude.
So are you trying to say you're jealous of Simu?
Huh?
Are you trying to say you're jealous of Simu?
I don't think anybody's jealous of Simu. I'm just kidding. He's a nice guy. Fuck him. No, I'm kidding. We were on JK News together.
I would have loved to seen a Shang-Chi with you.
Dog, I would have made the best, funniest Shang-Chi ever, dude.
Ever.
My fucking superhero powers is I would be able to stir fry anything. I would fucking kill that role, dude.
Stupid.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of like Asian actors going for that shit.
Yeah.
That Shang-Chi shit.
Yeah, I knew a lot of
I
people.
actually personally, when they were asking me, they were like, yo, aren't you hyped about Shang-Chi? I'm like, who the fuck is that, dude? I don't know who the fuck Shang-Chi is. I was mispronouncing it the whole time. I was calling it Shang-Chi.
Because
I was trying to make it sound as
Shut
Asian
up.
Well, did you know who the fuck Shang-Chi was?
Shang-Chi sounds more Asian than Shang-Chi.
It does.
Really?
It's like Shanghai.
It's got a chance.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. You're right.
Like, did you know what? Okay, did any fucking person out there in the fucking podcast world know who Shang-Chi was?
I definitely didn't.
Exactly.
didn't.
Nobody knows who the fuck Shang-Chi is, right? So like when people are like, are you hyped about it? No, I'm not hyped about it. I don't fucking know who Shang-Chi is. If I grew up with Shang-Chi, I'd be fucking hyped as hell. This podcast was brought to you by Raycon, my friends. It's 2019 and everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. If you don't have wireless earbuds, what are you doing? Because those wires are freaking annoying. But before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. My friends, let me tell you something. The moment I started doing these walks every morning and I realized that I didn't need wires dangling from my soft, beautiful, supple neck, I was like, I need to get me some wireless earbuds. And I got these Raycon earbuds. Raycon is actually pretty dang dope, man. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. The company was actually co-founded by Ray J and celebrities like Snoop Doggy Dogg, Cardi B, and a whole bunch of other people, man. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems. And of course, they don't just look great, they sound great too. I got the Raycon E50, son, and that's what I take on my daily walks. And people always walk up to me and they're like, yo, what are those in your ear, man? I'm like, they're Raycon E50s, son. You best know about it and you best cop one too, because I'm telling you, you're missing out on the wave, son. Well, guess what? Go to buyraycon.com/brain to get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/brain for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. If you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, buyraycon.com/brain.
Wait, are you still auditioning?
Every now and then if I want to.
Did you audition for Shang-Chi?
Absolutely. If they asked me to come out for Shang-Chi, I would crack the fuck up.
I would have loved to have seen that, though.
I would have loved to audition for that shit because I would have done it with a thick ass Chinese accent.
But you're also you're fight training, so
you're
like, why
very nimble.
not?
Well, I'm not camera fight training though. I'm fight training though. That's different.
Oh, you're trying to like beat some people up in real life.
No. I just do Muay Thai, but Muay Thai stuff isn't made for camera, so it's like
True.
it's completely different.
Right,
so
right.
when Yoshi comes in and trains with us, he has to get rid of all of his camera shit and be more practical with his fighting. So it's a little different. Yeah, because when that stuff came out, I like people are asking me to be hyped about it. I can't be because I don't know who it is. Like,
Was there ever a superhero you ever wanted to play?
oh, of course, man. Who I want to
Yeah.
be? Fucking the Blob, motherfucker. He's a villain. I would have loved that shit. No, I don't really care for that type of shit.
You don't care for superhero stuff?
I like comic books and stuff, but I don't have an urge to want to play one. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a connection to it like that, but I love superhero shit. I grew up with like Marvel, like the whole DC universe and everything like that. But like I talked about this before where I've never had this idea where, you know, when people ask me, do you wish that there would be more Asian superheroes? Well, for me as a kid, when I saw superheroes, I never thought that my ethnicity was a barrier for me to try to emulate a fake character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never looked at Superman and said, "Oh, because I'm a Korean man, I can't be Superman." I'm just like, no, I'll be Superman. Like, what the fuck does that matter? Also, too, I grew up in a very diverse area, so there wasn't a lot of white people in my school, so nobody was gonna say otherwise. So I didn't really grow up with a lot of that type of prejudice that other people did, because Sacramento is just extremely culturally diverse. So I don't know what that feels like, right? Because I feel like for you, did you grow up around a lot of white people?
Yes, but my high school was pretty diverse. Like, I was one of 4 Asian people in my high school. But that being said, I think I had a bit of a weird utopian environment of high school where I never got called out for being Asian. Like, nobody made me feel like the token Asian ever. So it wasn't this thing to make of it. I just was like, my identities were, oh, she's the smart one who's also the dancer and is in choir. Like, those were my identities, not like, look at this Asian chick.
That's why it's hard for me to relate to that type of stuff, right? So it's like, I know that a lot of people who kind of grew up in that, like, I can't really speak for them. So like, I know, like, this is one kid when I was in UCR.
What's UCR?
University of California, Riverside. Right? Shout outs to that school.
I said it like I know California.
UCR, baby. Fuck you. That school sucks. But this kid was telling me about how when he grew up, like, I'm talking about in San Diego. Like, he grew up in San Diego and he went to like an all white school, and like kids used to bully him, make all these Asian jokes at him, like threw him in a bush and shit like that. And I did not grow up with that. So I don't even know what the fuck that shit's like, man. I can't imagine like a white guy coming up to me and going, "Oh, ching chong, ching chong." And I'd be like, all right. Like, you know what I mean? It would just be so odd. I wouldn't even be offended. It would just be like, oh, what's this guy doing?
Yeah. I actually don't think I like really got any ching chong remarks until I got to college in New York City, of all places. Like, that's where I really felt like I was,
this one told me you graduated from NYU, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. You never told me that.
You don't know anything about me.
Okay, where did I graduate from, bitch? How about that?
UC Davis.
Damn.
Wrong. Look at that. She don't know nothing, bro. She just called
2 minutes ago. Like,
I know.
UCR?
I literally just said UCR. She goes, UC Davis. You sure you went to NYU? Lying ass motherfucker.
No, wait,
I
didn't know you graduated from UCR. I thought maybe you started at UCR.
I didn't graduate at all, dude. In your fucking face.
Trick question. Trick question. Fine.
Yeah, but you went to NYU. That's amazing.
I did. It was the best time of my life.
What did you go to NYU for?
Oh, this will trip you up. I went to school for music business.
Oh,
what is that?
What
might you ask?
Well, you trying to be an A&R and shit?
I thought that's what I wanted to do, actually. No, truly, that's what I thought I wanted to do.
Pretty fast, huh?
Yeah. But then, like,
UCR, baby.
by like my senior year, I started thinking more about music supervision.
Yeah.
But then that's such a weird world to get into, especially back then. So I didn't get any job. I mean, I got a job at ASCAP, but it sucked really badly. Like, I cried. I mean, I think you obviously clearly wanted to get involved with some type of entertainment.
Entertainment, no matter what it was, if it was behind the scenes or in front of the camera. I mean, you're still doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was always the dream. And then everything that I've done up until this point was like a weird parallel to like possibly get into the real thing.
Yeah.
Except I was just always too scared to just go into the real thing. So I was finding every kind of tangent surrounding it. Like, even music business, my parents always joke about how the only reason they let me go to NYU for music business was because they only heard business. They didn't hear the music part. So that's why they were like, yeah, go to NYU. We'll help you out and support you. And then they're like, oh, music business. Wait, can you not change your major? Like, what is that about? Because I didn't even get a business degree. I got a bachelor's of music. And what's that going to do? Has it done anything? No.
Are your parents okay with you being like in the arts, an actor?
It's been an ongoing battle. They have come around. I would say I mean,
what are they going to do?
Well,
you know what I mean? Are they going to fucking kill you? Like,
they won't kill me, but they definitely have like asked me to move back home because they don't want to.
To what?
St. Louis, yeah.
You're fucking
Louisiana.
Crazy. What, like St. Louis is
okay,
fucking
UCR.
better?
St. Louis. Wait, where are you from?
Me?
No.
Her.
Have
She's
we
from
not
St.
talked
Louis.
St. Louis?
For real?
Have we? Do you people know me?
Where am I from?
You're from Sacramento.
What part of Sacramento?
Hey, that's unfair. UC Davis.
This bitch
She's
got
like,
me.
"You got it."
She got me, bro. What am I supposed to do? What's my card back here?
No, I've had multiple talks with them, and 5 years ago, my mom and I got into a huge fight, and I remember I didn't talk to her for like 2 weeks because she was so not on board, and I remember she said something really hurtful. I don't think she heard it as hurtful, but she basically said something along the lines of like, this is how I remember it, something along the lines of like, I don't think you're beautiful enough to make it in the industry, and that like, I remember I got so sad, and I like, obviously like that's like the hardest thing to hear, and I remember saying something like, what are you talking about? I'm not beautiful enough to make it in this industry. I'm like your DNA. So you're basically saying you're not beautiful. And it was just like the worst comeback ever.
That's a
Pretty bad comeback, but
pretty bad. But
it's also because of her age, and number one, she's Korean.
Yeah,
and her perception of what an actor celebrity is based on the people that she grew up watching.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they based it all on looks, and there's no talent involved. Well, they're talented people, you know what I mean? But that was such a huge roadblock, and so for her, in her mind, she's just like, well, you're not like this lady that I grew up with. It's like, okay.
Well, no, and so we like, I didn't talk to her for a couple weeks, but then finally, as we, I brought the conversation up again, and then she kind of explained like way later that she was just speaking out of fear because she just was so scared for me to feel rejected and hurt and blah, 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 and all these things, which, fair enough. And so we came to this agreement. She's like, how much time do you think you need to like make it as an actor?
There's no time.
There is none. But I said 5 years.
Oh my God.
And so she's like, I'll give you 5 years. And then like, if you're not able to like fully support yourself as an actor in 5 years, then you need to move home.
Wow.
But then we had another talk this past year, and I think because of like booking Runaways has helped a lot, because then she got really supportive, and then she was like, what is Hulu? How do I show this to everyone at church? And like, now she's like, oh, you can make money off of this. So then she's become much more supportive since then. And so she's like a little bit more off my back, and like, much more supportive now. And I just needed that one job to like prove to her, like, no, it's not impossible. I can do this.
I mean, when your mom said that to you, like, how did you process it, especially during that moment? Like, how did you deal with that? Because that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I fully believed in myself yet. So it just made it that much harder, because it's like, I don't even fully believe in myself. And like, I see all these friends of mine who have these kind of traditional American families where like the parents are like, we support your dreams. Like, we're going to go to all your shows, and like, look, this is our baby. Like, look how talented our kid is. And so
And
kind
then
of
they
being,
become a serial killer. So it's all good.
so it evens out in the end.
Start shooting up fucking Walmarts and shit. Yo,
Oh, too soon.
no, not too soon. Never too soon.
Never too soon.
Those motherfuckers look crazy, dude.
But yeah, no, my parents, I think feeling like they didn't believe in me that's the hardest thing as a kid, to be like, your own parents don't believe that you have what it takes. So I think for a while it got me down. And then after a while thinking about it, it was like, that's what kind of made me want to work harder to prove to them and prove to myself. And then it just, after a while, it was also like, well, it forced me to learn how to believe in myself. Cause it's like, all right, no one's going to do it for you. You do have to be the first person to believe in yourself. So like, I'm never going to have a career in this industry if I don't believe in me. So it pushed me, but in a painful way, I guess.
It's hard, right? Because I think like specifically for acting, like you really just have to fucking love this shit. You really do, because it's such a hard fucking choice, right? Because when you go for a job, and like a regular job, I'm talking about like a 9 to 5, which is fucking dope, whatever. But at the same time, like when you have that job in that career, for whatever time span that you're there, you're contracted for a year or whatever, you have a somewhat idea of how long you'll be there, right? Before you either get fired, you decide to move to another job, right? With acting, the weird thing is, it's constant. It's never fucking ending. Yeah. And you have to be okay with doing this career knowing that you just might never make it, but you're very happy doing what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing I think that's one of the things that changed this year, was I actually started becoming excited again, even when it was just an audition, because if it's a character I really enjoyed, I would go to sleep
super excited for the next day just to get to play that character, even if it was for only like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and so there is a definite new kind of excitement that's kind of awakened this year. But I don't know. I was reading something earlier today, actually. Another Asian actor was talking about all the Mike Mo controversy around him playing Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time. I don't know if
Mike Mo, who's that?
he's a Asian actor who's playing Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time. And I think a lot of people were upset with like the Bruce Lee portrayal in that movie with Quentin Tarantino. And this other Asian actor was talking about how I think a lot of people, especially who aren't actors, think that we have so much power, especially as like minority actors, in the kinds of roles we get offered. And if we do get offered a role, which is like once in a blue moon, like we don't have the kind of clout that, say, a Matt Damon or, you know, a Brad Pitt can have in terms of like adjusting what's being portrayed or like the story that's being told. Like we're kind of still in a place of like, we're kind of forced to just grab what we can just to even like make a name for ourselves so that we can eventually have the clout to do that, but we're not there yet. And so like he was talking about how like there might be a year where, you know, we'll go on maybe 200 auditions. He said 200. I was like, if I had 200 auditions a year, I'd be happy.
Great, bro.
Yeah, but he was like, say you have
auditions.
200 auditions in a year, you can expect 100% failure. At like 100% rejection. So the fact that like we are going out on all these auditions and like might get maybe 1 or 2 callbacks in an entire year if we do. And then if we did get a role, it's like, yeah, we're not going to complain about like, oh, well, you know, you're portraying this actor in XYZ kind of way. Like we're hungry. We need jobs. Like we're in this profession and we need to pay for food on our table.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course it'd be nice if we could like come in and like be like, I'm so sorry, like this role is not for me because I don't agree with it. But like if we say no to everything, like we're gonna have nothing.
So people were upset at Mike. What's his name?
Mike Mo.
Mike Mo for being an actor. I'm sorry.
I mean, essentially, if it was his choice.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around that because it's just. I think because Bruce Lee is like one of those things that people revere so high. I feel like anytime somebody touches Bruce Lee, people get mad fucking sensitive about it.
Yeah, no matter what.
And you know, like it's just one of those weird things. Because for me, it's like, are you mad at an actor for acting out a role?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. It was like a parody version of Bruce Lee, right? It wasn't actually Bruce Lee. It wasn't a documentary. It's a fucking film. But maybe that's just how I see it, right? And it really depends too, because I know that Bruce Lee's family, specifically his daughter, is very, very sensitive about the image of her father, right? Because
understandably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then too, like shout out to Shannon. I'm so sorry. Shout out to Shannon Lee. I know that your father's somebody that's very important to you, but there will be a time when you pass away too. And then, you know, you're going to expect people to protect his legacy or whatever. His legacy is set in stone. People know who Bruce Lee is. Bruce Lee is. They know who he is. And even if she didn't try to defend him, the rest of the world would have. They like Bruce Lee is a fucking legend. You know what I mean? Right. There's hardly a single person I know in this world that talks ill about Bruce Lee. Unless people are trying to discredit him as a martial artist. But even then, when people try to, it gets fucked over. Let me just tell you this real quick. There was a fucking video of Michael Jai White. Somebody asking Michael Jai White. I forgot who it was. It might have been fucking Sway or some shit. Or no, it was Vlad or I forgot who. It was the interview. But either way, asking Michael Jai White. Mind you, Michael Jai White's huge. He's like 6'4" or some shit? He's a giant. Just mass muscles, like a 10,000 degree black belt or something. And asked him, would you be able to beat up Bruce Lee in a fight? He says, of course, right? And then fucking the internet went crazy. They're like, how dare you fucking say you would beat up Bruce Lee in a fight? And then Michael Jai White was like, man, I fucked up saying that. Not because he doesn't believe that he could beat him up. It's just because the legacy around Bruce Lee is so big that if you say anything that slights his name in the smallest microscopic way, his fan base comes and destroys you, right? Because if you really think about it like this, Michael Jai White is 6 foot something bigger, arguably more athletic and maybe faster and stronger than Bruce Lee. Who really knows, right? And I might even get fucking just burned for that type of shit. But I'm just talking about from seeing mixed martial arts growing up my whole life, you know, trying to do Muay Thai at the age of 20 and seeing size does fucking matter. At a certain, and that's all Michael Jai White was saying. Like he believes in himself as a martial artist and he believes that size does matter and he would be 100 and something pounds above Bruce Lee. And that's really what he was saying, right? So I think like when it comes to that Bruce Lee topic, people get hypersensitive about it. But for me, it's a film.
Yeah.
It's an actor, and it was a parody version of him.
Yeah. It's like if someone were trying to come for BTS, like those fans are rabid. I'll probably get attacked for just calling them rabid.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys, dude. You fucking weirdos.
Korean netizens,
Because I love Korean
man.
music. I'm Korean. I can say whatever the fuck I want, dude. Like, I love Korean music, man. But the way people talk is like, you don't ever talk about BTS that way. They don't give a fuck about you, dude. You could be dying tomorrow. They would spit in your face and do a music video over your dead body. All right? They don't care about you like that. You care about them more than they care about you. How about that? Shout out to BTS, man. I love you guys, man.
Sponsored by
Well, I don't know any of
BTS.
their music, but their music's fucking catchy.
I don't know any of their music.
But if you hear it, it's catchy as fuck though. Like I'm not knocking on that shit. Like for me, it sounds generic, but like all pop music sounds generic to me. However, it sounds very fun. It's like fun music.
I guess so. I mean, I miss the K-pop music of like early 2000s.
Oh, everybody, they're going to say that when they're fucking like 40 years old and shit. And it just goes down the line.
No, man. There's like the K-pop music now has nothing on K-pop. Like,
Well, that's
in the
how I
early-
feel too. Give us a K-pop song right now. And you sing one right now.
I don't know.
Khalif.
I don't know any K-pop music right now.
I'm gonna sing Candy by H.O.T.
But that's from early 2000s.
Okay, fine. Forget it. I don't know then.
That's
Candy
not
is early 2000s. I thought that was in the 90s.
late 90s. Maybe Candy was late 90s.
Candy is 90s.
Late 90s. But that music was iconic. The stuff now is like, I mean, it's forgettable. Unless you're Gangnam Style.
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to Sai, my twin brother. Thank you so much
For putting you on the map.
for putting me on the fucking map, bro. There was this dude, remember fucking Larry
Oh, the front desk.
at the front desk, big
Front
handed
desk
Larry.
Larry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
front desk Larry. This motherfucker did, mind you, he wasn't trying to be offensive or anything. I might have told the story before, but this dude comes up. And we're living at this place called the Talmadge in K-Town. And I walk up and he goes like, yo, Dave. This is how he talks, by the way. Yo, what's up, Dave? Yo, congratulations on the billboard. I'm like, Larry, I'm not on a billboard. He goes, no, you on the billboard outside on Wilshire. I'm like, Larry, I'm not on a billboard. He goes, nah, check it. Your face is on a billboard. And I go outside. It's fucking Sai with the soju bottle. And I'm like, this motherfucker, dude. He thought Sai was me, which arguably, I don't blame him for it.
Yeah.
Because back then, I really did look like him.
Yeah.
Like, we looked like fucking twins.
You
What do
did
you
a
mean back
parody.
then?
I don't look like him anymore, man. I'm fucking.
Did you change? Did you get a facelift?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. I'm less gooky now.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny though. I like saying that word because I can say it. It's like the Asian person N word. You can't say shit. I'll say it as much as I want.
I liked you in the movie, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Man, that shit was eons
Shout out
ago.
to 3 years ago, 4 years ago. How long ago was that
know.
now?
What was that? 2 years ago.
Oh,
It's like 2 years ago, man. Feels like ages ago though.
it does feel like ages ago.
I mean, how do you feel like if you got offered a role that maybe that didn't vibe with you morally, would you still take it?
That didn't vibe with me morally. I mean, I get roles like that all the time still, and I still go and audition for it.
Like what? Give me an example.
Maybe not so much that it doesn't vibe with me morally. It just doesn't feel like it's my story to tell per se.
Like what? You're supposed to play what? Like a slave or some shit?
No, like I get lesbian roles all the time, and I mean I could obviously play a lesbian. Like there's no there's no
don't think you
character factor that like isn't or like there's no character factor, whereas like
Specifically inherent,
that specifically makes you a lesbian, as opposed to like if you go in for some kind of ethnic role where it's like you specifically need to be Asian. But yeah, I get Asian lesbian roles all the time.
That's
It's the
hilarious.
ones, dude. All the actually,
Your
it's
agent's an asshole.
no, but it's actually no, it's not my agent's fault. It's because shows are pushing diversity so much now that it's not about the story. It's about just checking the boxes off. So it's like, oh, let's get like either an Asian or a Latinx lesbian, and then we can kill two birds with one stone and be like, hey, look. But like if you look at the writing, there's nothing to do with the actual story of being either a colored person or LGBTQ.
What was the story based around that, or is that person just happened to be a lesbian person in the script?
Majority of the time, they just happen to be a person in the script, which like
Well, that makes more
for
sense to
me,
me.
like I'll go in for that. But there have been a couple where it's like there's like one of the characters, she like it is built in her identity, and like there was this like one episode where she has to come out to her parents because she is struggling with an ex-girlfriend who's getting married to another girl, and like it just built up. It was just like a lot of emotional buildup of like her finally coming out to her parents, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I can truthfully tell that story. Like, it's not my story to tell. Like, I would feel, but I mean, I know it's my job as an actor, but I just also feel so fake
here's my
about
take
that.
on that. And I think that's very odd because you are an actress. So it's your job and your due diligence to figure that out.
Yeah,
right.
for
So
sure.
for you to be in a position, or just any actor, they go, I understand when it's like ethnically driven, right? Like you're not going to put Scarlett Johansson as a fucking little Japanese woman named Machiko in Japan. And then we're all supposed to be like, yeah, she gets it. Right. I think but in terms of playing a role that's, the race doesn't really matter so much. I mean, because you're a woman and you could play a woman, and it would be your due diligence to go ahead and figure out what that experience is to be in that person's shoes, right? Because that's for any type of role as an actor, right? It's like if somebody approached me to be in a role and they were like, hey dude, like you have to play somebody that was like fucking, I don't know, physically abused actually that happened. Well, you had to be somebody who wasn't physically abused as a kid. I would have to talk to a person hasn't been touched.
Yeah.
like what happened when you never got hit as a kid? Tell me what that's like. Right?
Yeah, I think it's more so, because I do agree, as an actor, it's our job to personalize these stories anyway, so we can tell the most honest and truthful portrayal of these characters and their lives. But I think my thing was more so, not to say that I shouldn't or couldn't, I just know that there are plenty of maybe LGBTQ actors that like, they would love the opportunity to get to tell that story, because it is kind of therapeutic and cathartic in a way. I don't know. I guess maybe I wouldn't feel morally wrong. I just would love to see an opportunity for someone who has lived that, be able to kind of have that therapeutic experience.
That's kind of cool. I think that's really admirable of you, but for me, it's like you're an actor.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is my job
just
at the end of the day.
because somebody is let's say like, for example, right? There's like an Asian role. Okay. And this role is specifically for somebody who is a Korean American person. But there's a Chinese American person who's Asian that's a way better actor than the Korean American. He hasn't lived that Korean American lifestyle, but he takes on that role better. Fuck the Korean guy. I'm taking the Chinese dude. I'm talking about me. If I was a director and I wrote this film, you don't have to be Korean. If that Chinese dude is an Asian guy and he could portray a Korean person better than my Korean actor can, I'm taking the Korean dude out. Right. So I feel like for acting, it's just a little bit more open. It is based more on that skill set, because let's say necessarily that and I'm pretty like, this is just me, just playing the other side, just playing devil's advocate. It's like, okay, well, yeah, it's true. There is somebody who maybe lived that and maybe they want to portray that. But what if that person sucks? What if they can't do it?
Fair enough.
Right? And then your acting was just that much better than them. Should that director be mindful of, we want to keep it in the sense of authenticity, even though that person's a worse actress than you?
I mean, I honestly don't know how to answer that, because there are roles that I have wanted to go out for that were like on the flip side that were LGBTQ. And I was told by my agent that production wants people who are actually LGBTQ plus. And I'm like, well, how do they know? Is it on their resume? Like, there's no way of knowing. So I've been on both sides, like where there is more so than the role, there's like a show or a world that I wanted to be a part of, and the role just happened to be LGBTQ. And then I couldn't go out for it because they're like, no, we want someone who actually is gay or identifies as gay. And I'm like, all right.
Because the hard part about that is that if you take this whole thing into account, and if let's say for me as an actor, right, I go into this role and then I see that somebody took a role that I really wanted and I felt like I had the personal life story for it. And if I sit there and I say to myself, well, what does that fucking person know about this, and this life I actually lived through? What makes them better? Like, it's just too hard for me. Like, why even think that stuff? There was a role that I was going for that was literally an Asian dude that was a pastor that fucking sings R&B music. And I didn't get it. And I was like, who the fuck else got this shit? Like, let me know who's this guy? Who the fuck is the Asian guy that can do this shit? He's supposed to be really goofy, very awkward, just large, big guy. And I'm like, who the fuck got this? But if I sat around thinking about that, and it's probably just because whoever auditioned for it was better than me.
Yeah, for sure.
He probably didn't have to live that authentic lifestyle or whatever, but he was better than me.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the best examples, I mean, and I remind myself of this anytime like I feel a little uneasy, because like, yeah, there's like plenty of roles where I've gone out for Chinese American. And obviously, I'm not Chinese. I don't really know tons about like Chinese family dynamic. And I'm not gonna lie, I have felt a little like weird about going in because I'm like, I feel like this should be actually a Chinese American actor. But like, yeah, I think perfect example would be someone like Randall Park, who, you know, in Fresh Off the Boat, like it's not about a Korean immigrated father, it's about a Chinese immigrated
nobody's
father.
giving him shit about that. Even
and he's just great at it.
Even Simu, he's playing a Korean kid, is he? On Fresh Off
on Kim's Convenience.
Kim's Convenience, right? And it's not a big fucking deal. Like if he fits the role and he's doing a good job. And my thing right now is, dude, we ain't got room to complain. Like, yo,
if you're Asian, you're Asian.
If you're Asian and you getting these roles and you killing it, that's cool. We'll complain later, dude. When that time comes
to be more specific.
Yeah, we'll be more specific. Right now, I fuck with all Asian films, no matter how trashy and terrible they are. Like, I'm over here on Twitter, like, damn, dude. So go buy those tickets.
Yeah.
And inside, I'm like, that movie, I didn't like it.
But that's what I like, you know, as an actor, I think that's going back to the whole, like, we kind of have to just take what we can get right now because there aren't enough things where we can afford to be very picky and very specific.
Yeah, because I know what my dollars do. I know the influence of what my dollars do, right? But if somebody were to ask me, did I like the film? I'll tell them I didn't like it. They're like, did you go buy it? Yeah, I fucking bought a goddamn ticket. I bought fucking Crazy Rich Asians. I bought a ticket to that, right? It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't like rom-coms like that. So for me, no matter what film it was a rom-com, I already have just a negative disposition towards it because it's not my shit.
Yeah.
Still bought the fucking ticket. Didn't go see it.
Oh.
In theater. I didn't see it in theater.
You saw it on a plane?
Yeah. But still bought the ticket though.
No, that's great.
That golden open week shit, I still did it. You know what I'm saying? Went online, popped one, purchased it, didn't go.
I mean, hey, you still did your duty.
Exactly. So I understand what I'm supposed to do and what helps out, right? But I'm also allowed as an individual to have opinion about it because at the end of the day, if we want to be on a level playing field, then you should want to be judged on a level playing field too.
Yeah.
Right? Because a film is still a film. TV shows are still a TV show. People are allowed to like it or dislike it no matter what, right? Like if we put out our own art out there and somebody of our own community is like, that's not great. It's like, cool. It is what it is. You didn't fucking like it, loser.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Yeah, it's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. Go die. You know? That's all you have to do.
So yeah, I tell people to die all the time.
Yeah. It's all good though. I mean, I think like being an actress is just that growing process of like I feel like you have to just sit down and just rationalize a lot of things because if not, it's going to make you go crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially with like all the emotional work that you have to go through. If it's just one of those things, like, I think that's why you see people, a lot of young actors like do kind of lose themselves because they're not doing the work to really know who they are. And so they're not only getting influenced by all the people that they're around, but they're getting influenced by a lot of these characters that they play, you know, especially because in a lot of these shows, like we see shows with kids like who dabble. Is that a word?
Dabble.
That's tight, dude. You made up your own word, dude.
Dabble. Dabble in drugs or partying, and like that just becomes a reality for them, you know? And it's like not them to blame. It's just like that's the life that they're living more daily through acting than like whatever real life. Like if they're not finding people to ground them or like give them like whatever kind of stable life, I guess. I mean, I don't know what is typically stable anymore, but I just think like there's a lot of ways that we are constantly being triggered or influenced. And
it's a cool thing to be angry now.
Yeah.
Like it's like the hot shit. That's like the new wave. It's like if you're not angry about something, then you're really not living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have to be upset about something. You have to be angry. You have to be chartreuse. I knew it. You gotta be chartreuse. You know about shit. This is a Dave Chappelle joke, but it's like, you know what I mean? You gotta be
these guys.
You gotta be fucking angry about shit all the time. You gotta be incensed and chartreuse. But like that's like, if not, then you don't care. Or you're not a quote unquote, which everybody loves using this word, and woke or an ally. You're not an ally. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the hard part about things. It's like sometimes I just don't want to say shit at all because I don't know anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going on a bit of a tangent. Like that's been something that's on my mind a lot lately too, is like there's so much going on in the world and so much to speak about. And almost like it gets very hard to navigate. And it gets very overwhelming. Especially like there are so many things to be angry about right now. There's a lot of things. And yet I think one of the things that I get more angry about is stuff like what's that YouTuber's name?
Paul.
Paul, is that Logan's brother?
Mm-hmm, Jake.
That whole marriage to the Tana chick.
Mm-hmm. Like Karma or something like that.
I've not seen anything about it. I've just heard a lot of people talking about it, and the fact that that's that's the word of mouth that's spreading, that people are talking about, like that angers me. And I know I should be angry. I am angry about all the other things going on, but that like really triggers me because I'm just like, why is that your concern? That's going on.
You also have to realize too, not to age you or age us. You're older. Like people who are talking about that are on Twitter, they're young kids. Like young kids are going to talk about bullshit all the time, man. And once for me, I'm not even coping with it. To me, these are just facts. Young kids talk about stupid shit because I was just like that, and I'm not that far from them either. So right now, right? So like, of course, like they're going to talk about the hottest influencers of their time. YouTube right now is like for us when AIM was popping, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's their fucking world. So if that's like the hot thing that's going on in that universe, everybody's gonna fucking be chopping up about that shit.
What would there be to talk about on AIM?
I don't
about AIM.
You would be. You never went into those fucking like crazy
Private
little
rooms?
AIM for the
chat rooms?
Yeah, like Thug Life 1, Thug Life 2.
Yeah, but you don't know any of those people.
Yeah, but then we were about that shit though, or even rateapick.com. Shit like that. You know what that is?
I remember the pick.
It's your St. Louis ass. That's why.
What's that?
You will put your pick up and people will rate it. See how hot you were.
Yeah. Oh, like a real hot or not?
Yeah, I would never do it because I knew I'd get bashed. But
that actually existed?
Yeah, rateapick.com.
Oh gosh, why would people subject
MySpace,
themselves to
all
that?
this other shit. Like we're not any different from this younger crowd. And I just want old ass people to understand that you're arguably worse than they are. Because if you even go on Facebook, because Facebook is an old person thing now, you listen to these old motherfuckers on Facebook, dude, they're worse than these kids.
Just rambling.
Yeah, they're just rambling for no reason, dude. Just a bunch of idiots. So it's more of like a human thing, right? It's a collective hive mind thing. Like when something's popping, of course, all these young kids are going to be talking about it, dude. That like you have to realize too that if you were that age, you would be doing the same shit, and you're also expecting maturity out of kids they're kids. We can't expect them to be mature about these. We would like to. We would love them to think outside of the box. We would love them to think about just more important and pertinent things in this world, but they're not going to because they're fucking dumb. And hopefully one day they'll grow out of it. It's what I'm praying for. But the problem is, I think that what we see is that sometimes they just don't.
I guess so. I guess so.
We live in a different society. And I think that progressively, I think this is just becoming the social norm.
Totally.
I guess what's different, okay, because what I was going to argue with was that when I was in high school, we, like my friends and I, we never talked about stuff like that. That didn't matter to us.
You didn't have MTV?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But also too, you didn't have Twitter. You didn't have YouTube.
Yeah, so that was I just kind of like fixed my argument in my head because I was like, I realized that we weren't exposed to the lives of people in this way.
Yeah, we had our own versions of it. We had the cool kids, we had the cheerleaders, we had the jocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think for them, the reason why I get sad and a little scared, and this is where I agree with you, is that now it's whatever we experience times 10.
Right.
Times fucking 10.
Hence that show Euphoria, which I haven't watched yet, but I keep hearing people talk about how like if they don't have kids yet, if they watch Euphoria, they're not going to want to have kids.
Oh my God.
That's what people keep saying. But I need to watch the show because I haven't experienced it yet. So I'm so curious now.
Yeah. Because and the reason why I bring up this argument, and like once again, it's a way for us to think about or rationalize what's going on, is that I just have to understand that this is just how things are progressing.
Yeah.
And then I, as an individual, the only thing I can do is when I have kids is try to deter them from behaving like that. And that's all I could really do. Right.
I mean, the norms are definitely different, but I think that's what I mean by like the overload of what's happening of news, whether it be pop culture news or actual world news. It's just, there's so much that we are exposed to, and it is very difficult to navigate. Like when you think about the 2 mass shootings that happened back to back, but then, you know, we also like Toni Morrison passed away. And so then that became like what was flooding all my news feeds. But then it's like, I think, yeah, absolutely pay our respects. But then I feel like the mass shootings that happen have already died down, which is like, it's this constant overtake of news that's happening, and it's just a scary thing.
Who's Toni Morrison?
She's a beloved writer, author.
I have no idea. I'm just being real. I don't
Beloved, I like it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she did write a book called Beloved, a novel called Beloved.
Oh, okay.
She's a Pulitzer Prize winner, Nobel Peace Prize winner, African American female author. She was 88. Yeah, she's lived a very, very long life, and she's just regarded as being like one of the most prolific writers for Black America.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So she, like, and I do believe that I love all the love that's coming out today, because like everyone's been posting like their favorite quotes from her, because she's brilliant.
That they've never read about her at all.
Possibly, I don't know.
Fucking 14-year-olds and shit.
Maybe. But yeah, but then it's just like, well, that's what happened today. So that already kind of like, I'm curious if like people are going to bring their attention back to what just happened. You know,
they're not. They're over it.
And so that until like the next new news story happens tomorrow, and then it's just like this, we're constantly like
moving on.
Yeah, moving on, because there's just so much news happening, and like it makes it like, it kind of gives me anxiety just thinking about everything that's happening. And so it's like, I think that's how I don't like, that's why I don't know how to speak up for things, because it's constantly moving forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are probably over, except for the people who are directly affected. I don't hear shit about it anymore. People are desensitized.
Yeah.
It's so fucking frequent.
That's
like,
the scary thing.
Like how 9/11 is stuck in my head. It's like it happened yesterday. I can remember the seat that I was in. I can remember everybody in the classroom, how quiet they were, and how we watched this. Our history teacher, Mr. Tabarez, comes in, wheels this fucking cart in this TV so we could all watch just what happened. And everybody was fucking frightened. We thought it was the end of the fucking world. We see that happen now. People will be over it in a fucking week. And it's just, that's just how crazy things are nowadays.
It is, because like nothing like 9/11. I mean, the only other thing like 9/11 that ever really happened that I remember very clearly was the Oklahoma bombing. It was Oklahoma. Yes.
Yeah.
The Oklahoma bombing. Yeah. And that, I think between that and 9/11, those were like the two main like big things that happened. And then the Columbine shooting. So the three like big things that like hit, but like they were all like super spaced out, and each kind of carried its own weight.
Yeah. And
then now it's like, I think the thing that is the scariest thing is being desensitized to everything, because it's happening on such a frequent basis. And so I think even my concern for myself is because like even how I deal with my own personal problems, I do tend to numb things and like just kind of push things under the rug because I don't want to deal with it. And by not dealing with it, I have over the years numbed myself to a lot and like suppressed so much emotion that I had to go to therapy for. Did a lot of work. But yeah, like I feel like I'm scared that the same thing's going to happen with all the news that's happening and all the events that are happening. Like I'm self-aware enough that like there are certain things that I'm like, oh, I feel bad that I don't feel more heartbroken over this.
Oh, you do have anxiety issues, huh?
I do.
Yeah,
horribly.
that's like textbook anxiety shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to deal with. I think you're just very like, you're an extremely empathetic human being.
I am.
Which is a great trait and quality to have. You know, it's just like where do you balance out this part of where you let it take over your life? You know, and that's like the hard part, right? Because sometimes like when you get into these thoughts, you tend to wallow in them.
Yes.
And when you wallow in them, nothing really gets done. And that's like the thing that I've learned to do growing up, right? It's just like there are things that I can control and there's things that I can't. So if I always focus on everything that I can't control, it's just going to be constant fucking chaos all the time. And I only focus on the things that I can do, right? Because that's just really the only way I could affect positive change. Whether it's on a small scale, like in my personal life, or if it's on a bigger scale when it comes to the people that's around me that I can affect, right? And I think like when you listen to these things, it's very good to be aware of this stuff, right? But now it's just going to be for other people. Some people feel like I can't really do anything, so they feel helpless. Or other people feel like I can't do anything in my immediate control, but I will be mindful of this. And in terms of being mindful, that's where I can affect change.
Yeah.
Right. Because you being an individual that has the thought process to even sit there and think about that is actually a really great quality to have, because some people just don't care. Right. And even for me, sometimes, albeit I may come off as really insensitive to people, but it's because I grew up trying to be a comic my whole life. This is how I cope with things. I make jokes about everything. And that's the best way that I learn how to deal with stuff, is to take something tragic and make it really funny. Right. Because I can't do anything to change the fact that something terrible happened. But what I can do is try to change my perspective on things. That's what I used to do as a kid all the time. Right. And what people don't realize about a lot of comics, I think like the saying that comics are extremely damaged, that might be a little excessive, right? But we just have this ability to
Take the dark stuff.
Yeah, and I won't say rationalize it, but be able to spin it in a positive light, because that's what's within our control.
Yeah.
Right? Is to really turn tragic. That's why I like being a comic versus a musician. Like with music, it's great. It's very soul satisfying as well. But something about laughter is very, very fucking healing, right? And that's why sometimes I say with people, like when people get chartreuse, fucking angry about shit, I say people are extremely morally selective, right? So for example, they'll be like, don't you dare don't make fucking R. Kelly rape jokes, right? I'm like, oh, but you were laughing at the fact that my dad used to beat me to a bloody pulp when I was a kid. That's okay. So family abuse is okay, but this isn't okay. So it's highly morally selective, right? Because if we unpackaged everything can sound terrible. Like when I talk about these stories about my dad beating my fucking ass to the point where I couldn't go to school because I was so bruised and beat up. If I say it like that, it's terrible, right? But as a comic, it's our job to make it funny, right? To turn this thing and make it relatable so you can laugh at it, right? So that moral selectivism also like really bothers me when it comes to comedy, right? Yeah, I understand timing and place. So for example, when I was on Twitter, the whole Gilroy Garlic Festival happened, and I put up this really...
Yeah, and then you
I deleted it because number, I didn't know people died. I thought this guy just came and he got taken down. So I made a joke about, oh, Tim's famous too, so if I died, it would have been okay, right? But people were like, yo, people died. I was like, oh, gotta take that off, right? Yeah. Because I know my limits and boundaries. It has nothing to do with the fact that people didn't find it funny, because they got a lot of fucking retweets, surprisingly, fucking insensitive bastards, right?
Moral selectivity.
But I still took it down because there are people who lost their lives, and that individual hurt that whoever lost those people close to them, whatever that empathetic side that I have, made me want to take it down, because I just put myself in their shoes, right?
Yeah.
So like it's just a weird thing.
It is. I mean, I think with everything that is going on, I think that's what has heightened the moral selectivity.
Yeah.
Is that
I
being
guess,
morally selective?
Selective about what affects you, what can and can't be said.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think that's, again, why this year has been a little bit better for me, is because I am trying to focus on the things that I can control. So like, again, I was definitely driven's not the right word. I emotionally directed by how auditions would go, or if I booked or didn't book jobs, and like I let so much of that control how I would feel that day. Yeah. For like a good year and a half too, which is like so emotionally dangerous. Yeah. But that's why I think this year I've definitely been like more steady in terms of like where I'm going, what I'm doing, because I'm trying to focus on the things that I can control, which is like what my like daily disciplines are, things like that, and creating good habits for myself. And then like I've even tried to challenge myself, whenever I am on set, like, yeah, I want to do good work, but I also want people to enjoy working together. And so I've kind of made it this this is going to sound so corny. I've kind of made it this personal mission of mine to be basically a joy bomb on set. Cause like, I mean, even on a recent set that I worked on, like people looked so miserable and like would talk about how like they can't wait for it to be over. And I'm just like, dude, this is a freaking privilege. Like you don't know when your next job's going to be. So like, I don't know. It just kills me that like people weren't enjoying themselves. So I was like,
they're looking at you like, nah, you'll be here one day.
I know, and I'm sure,
you'll get it one day.
I'm sure I might, but like it. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the same reason why you enjoy being a comic. Like I love laughter, and like I love making people laugh as well. So I would be on set and it would bring me personal joy to just like make people laugh.
What if
and
people
be a
got
goof.
like annoyed of you? Like they're just trying to have a bad day, and you're like,
Wanna
"Hey,
have a
turn
bad
that
day?
frown upside down." It's like
I'm not going around being a cornball
like
about
fucking,
it.
they're like, Amanda, shut the fuck up. All right, my dog died yesterday.
I
Unless you're
just,
gonna resurrect my dog, you shut the fuck up.
If anything, I think it would have been nice for them to be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was on set like that, and like that's how I was too when it first began. But I think it's like, I think it's good to be reminded of like what it felt like to kind of be in my shoes, as opposed to like we're always, me as like a actor still kind of in the beginning stages of her career, like we're chasing all these like positions that all these other people have been at after all these years. But like, I mean, there's still something they can learn from us too, being wide-eyed and hungry.
It's we had this conversation, like I was on this like MTV digital show, and then we were all the cast members were having this conversation about when fans of your work come up to you and what are those boundaries that you set, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because one of the cast members, she just started using social media recently, and in her mind she was thinking like, I think I would love it when people would come up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we were all at that position where, well, maybe not so much for me, because I was just like, what the fuck? I'm always still like, what the fuck? Like, why are you coming up to me, right? Not in the sense that I don't like it or don't appreciate it. It's just weird. It makes it, for me, it's weird because I feel like I haven't done anything, right? So for
That's
people
how I feel.
So when somebody comes up to me and says, hey, can I take a picture with you? It's not something that's wrong with you. There's something wrong with me, because I'm just like, why do you want to take a picture with me? Like, I'm a
Yeah.
fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Like, go take a picture with fucking
Tim.
With Tim. But take
see
a
all
picture with Tim or one of the Fang Bros, dude. You know what I mean? Arnold Fang and Danny Fang, dude. Like, take a picture with them, dude. So like, there's like a lot of people out there that maybe it's because I feel guilty for it a little bit, right? And it's funny enough where I heard the story from. I have a couple rules. It's like, if I'm eating my meal, you wait until I'm done eating, because I'm hungry. After that, we'll talk, we'll take pictures, whatever you fucking want. But let me finish my fucking sandwich, right? Or if I'm with somebody, like my girlfriend, or I'm sorry, my fiance.
Shout out to the fiance.
Yeah. So if I'm my fiance and we're on a date, and it's so important for you to take this picture, you can fucking wait. Not because I don't appreciate what you're doing, it's just that this person factually is more important to me than you are. So this time that I have with her is something that I cherish a lot. If I say to you, like, for example, there's this kid that came up to me in Disneyland, and he was like, oh, like, I'm a big fan, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, I came all the way from here. Like, I'm never going to get this chance. I was like, hey man, I'm on a date right now. So I want you to just give me that space or whatever. And he was like, no, I need to take this picture. I wanted to slap the fucking shit out of him.
that?
Yeah. And the reason why was because I spoke to him cordially. I gave him a hug, a handshake, everything. And it wasn't enough for him. He needed to take a photo with me. And I was like, bro, we just had a quick conversation. I hugged you. We embraced each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good, man. And then the fact that your time is more important than mine doesn't make sense to me. And some people are like, well, to them, that's their one moment. I don't give a fuck. Your one moment was for us to have, and I like you. I like you because I appreciate you. But then you just, were you telling me that you appreciate me, but you literally treated me like trash just in that second. Like you own me. And I'm like, wait, what happened? I thought you appreciated me. And I thought I appreciated you, and I showed you that same thing back. So what it feels like to me is that I'm getting slighted even though I'm giving you everything, right? But on the other flip, my friend John, when he used to work at Interscope, he told me this one story that made me feel like trash, because he was like, I was at Interscope, and Will Smith was in the downstairs lobby, and he was talking on his phone, like on some real important shit. And Will Smith is on the phone, and then John just kind of looks up, and he makes eye contact with Will Smith real quick, right? Just on some pop, pop, just real shit. And you're like, oh, what's up? Will Smith is fucking Will Smith, right? He's an actual somebody, unlike me. He takes his phone down, comes up to me and goes, hey man, would you like a picture? Shakes his hand, chops it up with him for a little bit. And he goes, you have a good day, blah, blah, blah. Then he gets back on his phone call. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking garbage. Because I would have been like, don't you see me on the fucking phone, guy? You know what I mean? But Will Smith, no matter what stage he is in his life, he always goes out of his way.
Yeah.
And maybe and then I have to also think about too in that sense, is like why I wouldn't do that, because I'm actually not an extroverted human being. I'm not an extrovert.
Yeah.
Right? Like I like talking to people. I can talk to people. I can do it very well, but I really do like my privacy, which is why I can't daily vlog that well. I don't tell everything about my life. I only tell stories that I want to tell. But like in that kind of sense, like I understand where you're coming from because we do kind of lose sense of like what it was like before. But to my defense, I can say from the beginning to the end, I've always always felt uncomfortable with people coming up to me. Like it's always been like that. So like in the beginning, I wasn't like when people came up to me, I was like, yeah, motherfuckers should come up to me. It was more like, oh shit, these motherfuckers trying to rob me. Yeah, you know what I mean? It always felt weird.
Yeah. No, I think it's still a little strange that whole.
Yeah. If you do come up to me though, don't be afraid. I'll always, just like that same dude in Disneyland, I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna say thank you very much. But if I'm busy and I say, hey, can we take a picture next time?
Be respectful.
Just be respectful of that. I'll hug you. I'll kiss you on your fucking mouth if you want to, you stupid son of a bitch. Anyways, love you guys.
But that being said, I think I've had experiences where I don't care for a picture because like someone's just gonna brush through the picture. This is actually me like having met certain people in my life who I am fans of, and I'll connect with them in a conversation, and that's much more memorable than
that's what I thought.
Quick photo.
That's what I thought.
That's why I'm kind of surprised. But that could be an age difference thing too, because this is me speaking as like, you know, an adult having met people that I really respect, and then I'll have a really great conversation with them, and then lo and behold, I might see them in a few months. Like I've run into people multiple times and then they remember
the conversation.
Me. Yeah, they remember me and I remember them, as opposed to like having 2 seconds to be, because I'm not going to like, I'm going to pull up this. Hey, remember, this is me. We had this picture together. Remember, that's, you know.
But no. that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, which is like, you don't have to prove anything.
Which I always thought was odd. It's like, yo, bro, like we had a conversation and I told you this.
Yeah.
And you know, Mariel was like nice enough and she's like, just take a picture with them. I was like, cool. So I took the photo with them. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm glad you're happy, but I wish he would have taken the other option of the conversation in the moment versus having to take that photo. But you know, nothing against the dude. Like I completely understand. Like I get it. So like I don't tell the story to trash on the guy. I think he was perfectly fine. Super sweet. Very great dude.
Sure.
It was just, for me, it's odd. It might be like a generational gap thing. Yeah.
I mean, I think in this day and age, people have absolutely no filter when it comes to just jumping up on people to take a photo. But yeah, I mean, if word of advice, conversations and moments are much more precious than a photo that you're going to maybe post on Twitter, Instagram, and it's just going to be like enveloped by the rest of your pictures and you have to scroll forever to find that again.
It's not even a fan thing too. I think it's just that's how people are. People want to record every
part of their lives.
And if there's no video, there's no photo, then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's just the age that we're living in. We're just trying to adjust to it. And it's hard for me.
That being said though, is there someone that you would ever stop to be like, hey, can I get a picture?
If I see that they're doing something important, no.
Even if it's like there's no like, I don't know, like top person in your life that.
Well, I love Dave Chappelle, but if Dave Chappelle was eating fucking food, Dave Chappelle's just gonna eat his food. So if Dave Chappelle was walking by, I would say, Mr. Chappelle, I'd shake his fucking hand and I'd say thank you for everything. I probably wouldn't take a photo just because I'm not even good at taking fucking selfies of myself. And after he would leave, I'd be like, fuck, I should have took a photo. You know what I mean? But maybe in that type of sense, right? But that's like Dave Chappelle. It used to be Bill Cosby until he became a rapist. You fucking, and then, Michael Jackson, if he was still alive, because he did not touch those kids. And then,
okay, we'll go with Dave Chappelle since he's the only living. Well,
so there was a few people, but everybody is a baby toucher and a fucking rapist and shit. So god damn it.
Would you ever be that guy that like if you did see Dave Chappelle and say he was busy, would you walk by him and be like chartreuse?
No.
And then just keep walking.
Absolutely. I would be like, Rick James, bitch. I would kill myself.
I just imagine that probably happens to them all the time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm like, would you ever be one of those guys?
I would never. I respect and love the man too much, right? But everybody's different, you know? Yeah. So like, when I think if people ever do come up to me, it's just it makes me feel weird because I just don't feel what the word is, like worthy of it, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to do something where I feel worthy of that type of compliment or praise, and I just feel like I haven't done that yet. But at the same time, they're like, well, who are you to say how you affected my life? So if I've somehow affected people's life in a positive way, I should be grateful enough to say thank you.
Yeah.
And which I do. Yeah, I do that. What the fuck?
I mean, you're an OG. You've been around.
Yeah, man. It's kind of weird though. It's very nice though. It's very nice that even this podcast, right? When I remember when I started this podcast, people were like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, where are my videos and shit, you know? But the thing about the podcast and the reason why I like it a lot is because there's a certain audience that kind of grew up with me, right?
Yeah.
And these 10-minute videos aren't long enough for them sometimes. And there's different perspectives that people need to hear. Because a lot of the times when I do these comic videos, I have a very sharp and harsh stance on things, but it's in the light of comedy all the time. So like, do I really believe half the stuff that I'm saying? To a certain extent, yes. But within that 5-minute video, there's an hour conversation that can be expounded upon. So that's why I love
the podcast.
And that's what the podcast is. Well, we've been doing this for an hour and 14 minutes.
Oops. Wait, Khalif, who would you take a picture with? I must know.
This motherfucker take a picture with everybody, dude. That's amazing. How many celebrities you
Who
see?
would you interrupt, though, for a picture?
Well, I interrupted somebody and he said no.
Oh, you did actually interrupt someone.
Yeah, it was John C. Reilly.
John C. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? No?
Did he say no kindly?
I kind of
or?
no. Well, he. So I saw, but granted, he was with his family. But I caught him as he was like on the outside of his family because he was just kind of like looking in the sky. I was like, oh, he looks kind of bored.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So I went up to him. I was like, hey, I'm a big fan. I just saw, Stan and Ollie. It was a game changer for me. Thank you for your work. May I take a photo?
Oh, that's very nice.
And as I was saying that,
Oh, you didn't even finish the question?
yeah. So I was like, may I take a photo? And he was already turning me like, no.
But did he even like acknowledge?
Oh, he shook my hand.
Oh, okay.
He did definitely shake my hand. Yeah.
Okay, so he
So I
at
learned
least
from that.
acknowledged the.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that though.
Compliments.
Like if I was with my family and then we weren't engaged in anything and I was just kind of staring off into space and somebody came up to me, I'd definitely take a photo with them. I ain't doing nothing special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I'm staring off into space and somebody comes up and like, yo, I appreciate your work. Yo, can I take a photo? Well, my family's over here ignoring me. Yeah, fuck my family. No, I'm kidding.
Right, no.
But I would take a photo. That's
That's what I thought because I saw him. I was like, I'm not gonna take a picture while he's talking to his wife, and it looks like his son or a nephew or whatever. Yeah, cool, whatever. I'm gonna work on my line. I was like working on an audition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like just straight off. I'm like, oh shit, this is the opportunity. Cool. I've been here for like 30 minutes. Let me just go over there. And he just said no. So
Yeah,
I got
maybe-
burned on that.
He's probably one of those dudes that's just like, he doesn't really care about attention. He just does it for the love of what he does.
Oh, big time. Yeah. And then
It's understandable.
Taika Waititi and that whole story.
He's. I've met Taika. He's
The
a
sweetest.
really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's the nicest.
But the conversation that we had was just so overwhelming that I didn't even think about taking a picture.
See, I don't even think about taking pictures anymore because I have an iPhone 6S, and I'm more embarrassed that it's just not going
Gonna
to come out
freeze
good.
up.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm going to be embarrassed if like the picture doesn't turn out good because I don't want to be that person and be like, oh wait, hold on, one more like.
I did that with Kendrick Lamar. He was so nice about it 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You could go ahead. Do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
See, so I would just be like, I just wouldn't do it at that point because, like, yeah, my phone's just not the best phone for photos. Wow, I'm stumbling.
Is his speaking voice like his rapping voice?
Yeah,
Just type
totally.
his foot?
Yeah.
I recognize your fragrance.
I think the last celebrity I even took a picture with was back in like 2015. No, way longer. 2011
No.
was the last celebrity photo I think I took where I was like, I'm so sorry. Can I please take a picture with you?
Lyrica's so.
It was Pharrell.
Bro, it's real cool.
For the 3rd time, too. I've met Pharrell multiple
The
occasions.
last photo I took with a celebrity was Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Do you like Kevin Hart?
He's a nice guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's fucking
His
nice guy.
entourage is scary.
Who? You talking about Naeem Lynn and fucking Spanx?
I don't know who the
Spanky?
people are. I remember I worked in
Spanx.
an event, and like I guess like Kevin Hart was like the big A-lister that was supposed to be present, and I just remember his entourage, they were being such dicks to us, like super mean. And Kevin Hart wasn't even around, and I feel like if he were, they wouldn't have been as mean.
Oh,
but
for
because
sure.
he wasn't around, they were like making all these demands and being like just huge dicks. And I was like, it just was like, it
You should have
really,
been like, you're not even fucking Kevin Hart, dude.
I don't even know who any of those. I think one of them was like his trainer, and I was just
Oh, you talking
that
about
guy.
what's his name?
The Ninja Turtle looking dude.
I don't know. I just remember like that was like
man.
one of
I'm about to get beat
my
up.
most
gonna
distasteful
do shit.
experiences.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like the-
he's too famous to do shit. He ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, fuck you. I'm kidding, guy. He's buff as hell, dude. You're gonna die, man. He's gonna kill you. What's his name? Just Train.
just train.
Yup, Just Train.
Oh, I'm thinking about Michael B. Jordan's trainer.
Oh, I would stop Michael B. Jordan. I would
You would?
interrupt anything
You
that
would
he's
stop?
doing.
Whoa.
Oh, for
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh,
You
shoot.
trying to get on that fucking Michael B. Dong, dude. That's what you like, huh?
Who isn't?
Me?
That's a lie. Liars. They're
So
all
wait,
liars.
so okay. So Kevin Hart's crew was like fucked up, or
they were just mean.
Kevin Hart's
mean.
Yo,
I've heard Kevin Hart himself is nice, but his entourage they were not kind people.
Yeah. Kevin Hart's a very nice guy. And I think like if you listen to Kevin Hart on the Joe Rogan podcast where he talks about kind of like fame and like fan interaction, like he appreciates fans too. And I'm obviously like, I don't even know what the hell he experiences, but he's like talking about, he's taking a piss and people are like, yo, can we take a picture? Like as he's pissing in a urinal.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But those are like the boundaries that aren't set. And it kind of makes, then we become the asshole.
Yeah.
It's like, how come I'm the asshole that I'm asking you to respect my space?
Yeah.
And I will do this, but just ask in an appropriate setting. But no matter what, in any type of sense, we're always the fucking asshole, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I get recognized about 3 times every 2 years. All right. So it comes out around a lot, dude. And I'm like, yo, man, chill, dude. Like I'm just happens all the time, you know? But
Stupid.
anyways, you guys can catch the Genius Brain podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, and of course iTunes. Give us that 5 stars. Very important. Leave in the comments below about what you guys think, your thoughts, have conversations. And remember, take us on your route wherever you go. Great, funny conversations. Also, I always have to mention this shit when I'm talking to my female friends, right? And I'm like, bitch, you don't do that to other females, all right? We have rapport. That's what happens.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. No, these people always do this shit where it's like, because like I always see this stuff where if we've been friends for a long time, right? You're like, you little fucker. We'll be like, I was like, bitch, you fucking, this bitch is insane, right? And they'll think like, that that's a pass for them to use it constantly with the people that I talk with, like specifically like with Gio. It's like, nah, motherfucker, dude, that's our relationship. You don't get to say that shit to them, you dumb fuck. Anyways, guys, have a lovely, lovely, blessed day. I don't know which day this is opening, but may the Lord bless you.
Pastor David.
Yeah, may the Lord bless you. Try not to be too chartreuse. And
I don't know.
And then so
we're done though.
Yeah, we'll
I can talk for 3 more hours. No, I'm just kidding.
Amanda, where can they find you?
Oh, at Suki Styles, SUKIESTYLES on Instagram and Twitter, and that's pretty much it. But I'm not really super active, so
follow her, see what's popping with her. You'll see her on a movie screen. You'll see her on the TVs.
That's the
September,
goal.
right?
That's right.
Well, I don't know when this episode or this podcast is airing.
that's true.
But I will say, just please watch Runaways season 3 on December 13th is when it drops on Hulu, and you may see me. So there's that.
She plays a stir-fry cook. And I'm fucking playing. Khalif, where can they find you?
You can find me at Khalif Boyd. I forgot I was here for a second.
You barely talked.
That's my thing, man.
You're
I'm just that dude.
Every fucking time I bring him on this shit, I'm like, this fool has so much shit to say outside the fucking mic.
And then he
You're
has
gonna
5
come on
words
every
on here.
fucking episode until you say some shit, you son of a bitch.
I know you guys light me up in the comments and shit. Khalif Boyd on Instagram. Yeah,
That's it.
me. That's me.
That's it.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Bye.